Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be unstuffing my 100 envelope savings challenge book. I have filled every single pocket in this challenge in this book, and I will be unstuffing all of this in this video. And I'm also going to be putting some of this money into a couple of envelopes that I think will be good to add to. But for the majority of this money is already going to be going towards a trip that I'm taking in October. So yeah, this is all basically going to pay for that trip. So I'm super excited about that because I already have the money saved and ready to go for that trip, and I don't have to worry about it because it's all here in this challenge book. So if you're interested in purchasing this book, I got it off of Amazon. It was fairly inexpensive. I think it was like $15 or less than $15. I don't know the price point right now because I did start this challenge. Well, actually, I bought this book, I think, a little over a year ago. I've been working on this challenge for a little over 2 years. So I have taken my time when it comes to this challenge to fill up every single little pocket in this book, fill up every number. But it definitely was time well spent to work on this challenge. I do have other savings challenges that I am currently working on too, so I have this and a bunch of others going, but this was like my main big focus to finish this one before my trip. So I'm just gonna unstuff. I have my one little tray right here. I'm probably gonna need a couple of trays, I'm assuming. I don't know, we'll see how much money I have towards the end. Hopefully I can fit it all on this one tray, but if not, I have a backup. But I'm just gonna be pulling out all this money and putting it on the tray, get it organized, and then that way I can count it and then put some of it into some envelopes, which I'll go over once I'm done with that. And then, yeah, I'll just see all of what I have been able to save. So yeah, like I said, I did this challenge. I started this challenge a little over 2 years ago and just been filling what I can every week. And it's been a very, challenging challenge to do, especially once you get to the larger numbers, but it's been fun. And for somebody who honestly never saved before I started doing these kind of challenges, it's been really cool to see how much I'm actually able to put aside for into savings each week, because I do this every week. The way that I was able to knock out this challenge was every week I cash stuff. I use the cash envelope system, and then I will budget money to go towards this challenge every week and fill in a pocket. So yeah, that helped me to, fill up as much as I could for this challenge and save all this money. So that's been nice to see. It's been nice to see it grow. And take you along. If you watch my cash stuffing videos, you've been seeing me like fill these up each week, which has been good to see. So yeah, there's gonna be lots of ones towards the end of this for sure. This is definitely gonna take a bit of time, but going to get through it. And then, like I said, this money is gonna go towards a trip that I'm taking in October. And to be honest, I didn't really know what I was going to do with this money when I first started this challenge. I didn't have a purpose for it when I first started. I just wanted to try it because it was something that in the community they were talking a lot about this, or I always see people trying to do this challenge. So I think a year into this challenge is when my family decided we were going to go on a trip. And thankfully, I think I was about halfway through with this challenge. And then I was like, you know what? I'm already got half of this already saved. So this will be a good thing to put towards that trip. So yeah, I'm excited for that because I was already saving for something and it's going towards that trip. So yeah, happy that worked out that way. But yeah, every week, just put money towards this challenge. Whatever I could do, some weeks were easier than others, depending on how much money I had left over once I paid my bills, once I put money into sinking funds. sometimes I would use leftover money that I had in my wallet and put it towards this challenge. So I would try not to overspend and have a little bit left over in my wallet so I could have some little extra money to put into this challenge. Another thing that I did that helped me out was focusing on these smaller numbers, these easier numbers, and then once I had a good amount on the lower end, pushing them to like the higher numbers. That really helped me to finish this challenge a little bit quicker, because those high numbers are a little difficult, especially since every week I was trying to fill this challenge, and some weeks I had more, some weeks I had less, depending on my bills that were coming out that week. So yeah, that's kind of how I was able to knock out some of the larger ones. So that's one thing that I was able to do for this challenge. But yeah, just every week filling this up. That's basically what I did. I mean, there's what, 100 envelopes, and there's 52 weeks in a year. So yeah, it's gonna take, if you go at that pace, it's definitely gonna take almost 2 years to fill that. But sometimes I would sometimes be able to fill a couple of envelopes. Recently, in the last time I filled this, I actually filled a few envelopes just because I wanted to knock this out. So that was a good one, because I didn't have to wait a few more weeks to finish this. I was able to just knock it out a little bit quicker. So yeah, I feel like just going at your own pace with this one, because it is a little bit of a challenge, and just taking your time with it, and just doing with what you can. That's been my way of doing this one. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely going to take a bit of time to get out, since I have to unfold everything and try to organize it. But I figure this is going to be a lot easier to count once it's done. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to keep going. I don't know if I'll end up just fast forwarding through this, but I'm just going to keep going. We'll see how long this takes. Hopefully you enjoy watching this whole process as it goes. I'm not even halfway done with this. So yeah, lots of bills here, which is nice to see. Okay, so we got 35, a 20, a 10, and a 5. So I'm taking a break from this challenge because, like I said, I have other challenges that I'm currently doing, a lot easier ones. I'm actually doing one that's like it's the same concept, but half of the numbers. So 1 through 52, I believe. So I'm focusing on that one right now. And then I have a couple of smaller challenges that I'm currently working on. So I wanted to take a little break from this, and probably after my trip, I might start this one back up again. But yeah, just having these challenges in my system and just having fun with filling these in out, like just putting the money in, has been a really good learning process for me when it comes to savings. Because like I said, I'm not a saver before I started this system, and this has helped to make it a little bit more fun to do that. Now, if you don't feel comfortable having all this cash on hand, because this is a lot of cash on hand, not gonna lie, I'm actually really excited to get this out of my place and into the bank. But if you're not comfortable doing it this way, you don't have to do this challenge with actual cash. I've seen people get like prop money, which I guess you could do, but then you gotta buy the prop money, so that's an investment. But another way that you could just do it is, this actually came with this tracker, but you could always get a tracker printable online, or you can make one yourself. You don't even need to buy one. You can just make one yourself on a piece of paper, and then just put like little circles and color in each one, and then just put the money into your bank account as you go. Like just switch it over into a savings account as you fill them in. I'm not gonna lie though, doing it this way, like having the cash on hand and physically doing it, it is a little, it's fun. It adds to the fun factor when it comes to saving. Now, do you lose out on, you know, putting it into a savings account and earning some interest on it? So there's like trade-offs when it comes to however you choose to do this system. For me, this worked best for me because I liked the physical part of it, and then also I liked being able to share my progress on my channel and making content because of it. It wouldn't have been the same kind of content that I could have done or shown if I didn't have physical cash. So for me, and I make money off of my videos, so for me, I felt like this was the best way for me to share this process. But like I said, if you don't feel comfortable having all this cash on hand, because it is a lot of cash on hand, and you'd rather put it into a savings account and earn some interest as you proceed with, you know, finishing this challenge, that is totally an option that you can do. Just do what works best for you. And for me, this worked best for me. So I'm happy with this whole process and this progress that I've made, because yeah, never been able to save this much just by normal ways of saving. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a fun aspect when it comes to this. I'm definitely one of those kind of people. I like to have like the cute little things, like the little pockets, putting the money in them. Also like the little sheets where you get to color something in. I love that aspect when it comes to savings challenges. That all adds to it and makes me want to save more, because then I get to do those things, which is fun. I don't know. That's how I feel about it, at least. Okay, we're into the 50s. We're at the halfway mark. Yay. Okay, 50. I'm probably going to scoot these down a bit just because I have lots of ones. Okay, I'm already in like 2 little slots with ones. Okay, I got 51. So yeah, let me know if you've ever done this challenge before and how you liked it. I had a lot of fun doing this one, so I can't wait to start it up again later this year. But yeah, let me know how you liked it, or like let me know what other savings challenges you like to do, because I like to do a few different kinds. I like to do some where I have to roll a dice, and I let the dice kind of choose how much I'm going to be saving that week. Those are fun. I love anything where I can color it in. That's fun, and it makes me want to actually save more and not overspend on my weekly budget, so that way I can put more money into savings. Yeah, I feel like whatever works to make you save, then keep doing it, basically. And this works for me, so I'm going to keep doing it. All right, we're at 57. I really hope that I put like the correct amounts in every single envelope, because you never know. Sometimes, I mean, I make mistakes, so I hope I'm not like short on anything, because that would be a bummer. But honestly, I have a decent amount, so I'll be happy. I'm just happy with this whole progress right here. It's great to see. All right, 59. 5, and then some ones. We're at 60. Yay, 60. Okay, and this little binder right here, when I first got it, I actually wasn't too impressed with these little plastic sheets. I thought they were really thin, and I was worried that I was going to rip them when I put money in them, because some weeks I had like a big stack, because sometimes I didn't have the exact like change for the least amount of denominations to put in this challenge. Sometimes I had to like put a ton of ones in, so it was like really stuffed. And like this one, see how this one has just all a bunch of different random bills. This was probably because it was a week where I had extra leftover money in my wallet, and I was able to like put it in here. Or when I took the lower numbers and pushed them to the end, to the higher ones, that's probably why. So yeah, this one was pretty stuffed. But I will say, these little plastic sheets, even though I felt they were flimsy, nothing's ever happened to them. I've put a ton of bills in here and never had any issues. It's a pretty good little binder, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. And like I said, I got it off of Amazon. I have it linked down in my description if you're interested. It's pretty affordable, so that's good. Comes in different colors too. My favorite color is green, so that's why I got green. But yeah, lots of options. I don't think this particular one is available anymore, but I think I linked a current one that's similar. But they're all kind of the same concept. All right, so 65 now. 65. Okay, 65, we got 20s and a 5. Okay, then we got 66. It's gonna be so much fun to count this. Lots of fun. Definitely gonna use my calculator to count this. Okay, 67. 2. Okay, 68, 68, oops, 5 and 8, okay, 69, all right, 70. So yeah, these larger numbers were definitely a lot more difficult to fill. So they definitely took a lot longer. There were weeks that I couldn't just put a 70 into an envelope. Like, that would have taken up a good chunk of my budget for the week. So pushing the lower numbers to the higher numbers really helped to fill these numbers in. The leftover money from my wallet, my weekly spending money that I didn't spend, that helped to fill these numbers in. It was a process for sure. But eventually I did it. If you're interested in seeing any of that, the way that I kind of filled these in, I have cash stuffing videos every week. And I share that whole process on my channel. All of it. So definitely lots of content to watch if you're interested in seeing more about this. Yeah, I've been cash stuffing for a little over 2 years, and it's really, really helped out for me to stay in budget, to save, as you can see, to save, and yeah, just not overspend. Be a little bit more mindful when it comes to my money and my spending, because sometimes I was like overspending on ridiculous things, not budgeting correctly, just not paying attention to like what I was doing when it came to my money. So this has really helped me to just be more organized when it comes to that. And then I'm able to focus on saving, like this kind of stuff, because in the past definitely did not do anything like that. So super proud of myself for getting to this point, and then I'm glad that I'm able to share it with everybody, this whole process, and other people have been motivated to try doing this for themselves, so that's been good to hear. But yeah, it's been good. It's all been good. All positives, basically, is what I've been getting from this whole system and this community too, the cash budgeter, cash stuffing community. Okay, up to 80. 80, 50, 70, and a 10. Okay, 81, 50. I think maybe I will be able to get this all in one tray. That'd be nice. Okay, 82. 50, 20. Sorry, it's getting harder to put them in though, but they're getting in. Okay, then we got 83 and 84. 83. I'll do that one next. 70, 80, and then 3. Ooh. I'm going to try to get this all to fit in in one tray. Okay, then we got 84, which has tons, a few tens. Okay, so, okay, tens and ones. Okay, a couple more, a few more. 85, 20, 10, and 5, 86, so yeah, if you've done this challenge before, what have you used this money to go towards? Like, has it been go towards like an emergency fund, just into savings? Have you invested it? Like, what did you do? Or did you have fun with it? Yeah, let me know. So I know we all have different reasons for why we do this. So I'd love to hear that. Okay, where are we at? 88. Okay, so 50, 10, and a 5, and then ones. 5 and ones. Okay, 89. 50 and a 20. 10. 5 and ones. Then a 90, last 10. 50, 70, and 2 tens. 91. Oh. 50, 70. Now there's different kinds of like things that you can use to save this stuff in. I have a video, like a Dollar Tree video, that shows you don't have to have a binder. You can just get envelopes. They sell like a pack of envelopes for $1, or no, sorry, $1.50 at Dollar Tree now. And you can just put the numbers on them and label them, and then just put them in an envelope and then put them in a box or something. Keep them safe, or in a safe actually. And save that way, so you don't have to have anything too fancy. But there's some really cool like different systems that you can use to save with this. Yeah, I find that this one's a pretty good affordable option if you don't want to. You want something a little bit nicer, you can get this binder. Okay, so that's where are we at? 93. Okay, 93. Okay, 94. This one has a lot of bills in it. Okay, 50. 2 tens and 4 ones. I'm like really worried I didn't do this right. Oh my goodness, I hope it's right. All right, so 50, 2 20s, and a 5. I mean, if I'm a couple bucks off, that's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, then 50, 2 20s, a 5, and a 1. Last little sheet, 97. Okay, 50, and then 4 tens, 5, and 2 ones. 98, 50, we got 4 tens, 5, and ones. I'm so happy this all fit on one tray. That's good to see. Okay, and then we have 99. Okay, 50. 20s, oops. 5. And 4 ones. And then the $100 bill. I don't have, well, I could put it in the back, but I kind of don't want it to get lost with 50s. Okay, so that is everything. This binder has been through a lot. It's like the pages, I didn't want to open up the little rings because it was so full. I couldn't even close the binder anymore when I last stuffed it because it was so thick, very chunky. But yeah, it's a magnetic closure and it wouldn't close towards the end, but it was all like secure in here, so that's good. All right, so I have all this money here and I'm just going to, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little break. I'll get a little water break right now. And then I'm going to count this and make sure I should have 5,050 in here. So I'm just going to double check and make sure I have 5,050. And then once I have that, the actual total that I have here, hopefully, like I said, I didn't make any mistakes and forgot to add money into a pocket, or was short or whatever. Mistakes happen. But once I figure out the amount, then I'm going to put some of this into a couple envelopes, which I'll go over in a bit, but I will be counting all of this right now. Time to count all this. So, got my calculator here and should have 5,050, so that's what I'm hoping I have here. So, I'm going to count it with using my calculator because I do not want to keep track of this all in my head. So I'm going to first start with the 100, so 100, and then I will move on to the 50s. Okay, I'm going to try not to hit any keys on accident, so I'm going to put this over here, and hopefully it's still in frame. Yeah, okay. All right, so 50s, I have 50, 150, 250, 350, 450, 550, 650, 750, 850, 950, 1,000. Okay, so 1,000, just so I don't 50, 150, 250, 350, 450, 550, 650, 750, 850, 950, 1,000, another 1,000, and then 50, 150. Okay, so I'm up to 2,250 with just the 100 and the 50s. That's pretty good. Okay, now on to the 20s. All right, so nice big stack. I'm gonna cut this stack a little bit. Okay, so 20s, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000. 1,000. Okay. Next stack. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600. All right, so now I'm at 3,850. Okay, next tens. All right, so tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. Oh, 400, sorry. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. Oh, goodness, now I'm getting confused. So I'm at 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 96, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that's 680 plus 680, 4,530. All right, now to the fives. Okay, fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 310. 310. Plus 310 is 4,840. And I'm left with all these ones to count. The most fun thing to count, ones. Okay, onto this stack. Ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. 66. Okay, 4,906, getting close to that 5,050. Okay, next stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Okay, 4,960. So what, I should have like 90? Yeah, I should have 90. This should be 90. So we shall see. All right, so last stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, and 90. $90. 5,050. Perfect. Okay, so I guess I didn't mess up somewhere. 5,050. That is my unstuffing of this challenge. So exciting to see that I was able to stuff all these numbers, all this money. Again, it's going towards my trip. I do plan on putting some of this in some envelopes right now. But yeah, that is basically my unstuffing of this challenge. So good to see. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my binders. And I have a few envelopes in mind that I want to just add a little bit of money into. But like I said earlier, this money is going towards my trip that I'm taking in October. It's paying for my flight, all the hotels that we're staying in. We're going on a cruise, food, things that I want to buy. Everything is going towards that trip. I also have some other money set aside from other challenges that I've been working on that's going towards this trip. So I do have more than the 5,050 to spend on this trip, but this is the bulk of the money that I've saved for this trip, this upcoming trip. So it's just nice to see it all here, and I'm excited to get this into the bank. But yeah, I'm gonna first grab my envelope or my binders and put a couple of things, like a few hundred, into a couple envelopes. Okay, I had to set this up because I needed to take a picture for my thumbnail, so I almost forgot to do that before I start messing with the money. But now that I'm done with that, I can go into my envelopes. Oh, so I have a few binders actually that I wanted to put some money into just to help them out a little bit more. These kind of are, so most of them are associated with my upcoming trip, so it all is trip related. So I have an envelope called travel. Right now I have $270 in here. I need to get some new luggage pieces, so I'm going to put $130 in here. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. $130 is going in this envelope for travel. Again, it's for my upcoming trip and upcoming trips in general, because I have some luggage that I've had for, geez, over 10 years. So yeah, the handle it's broken. Like, it sometimes doesn't want to go back in. So I really need to get a new one, because I went to check my bag and I tried to push the handle in and it didn't want to go in, and I was struggling with it for a bit before I could check it, and then thankfully it finally went in. But I don't want to deal with that again, because I was really worried it wasn't going to go in, and I don't know if they'd accept it if it didn't like fully go back into the slot. So I will have $400 now in this one. I wanted to get, like, you know, obviously a check bag, and then another, like, more of a carry-on kind of bag that I could take with me. So that's the plan for this. So now I should have 400 in here. So 1, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 400 in travel. So that will help out with that. Okay, next one I want to do is rainy day. So rainy day, I plan on using this maybe for a couple of days that I can't take PTO off from work. It's not going to cover my full paycheck, but I wanted just to have a little bit extra money just to cover some of my non-PTO days, or not to cover it, but to like help a little bit with those days. So I'm just going to put 100 in here just to help that out a little bit. I have 130 right now, so now I'll have 230. Okay, so that helps with that one. And I still have a few more weeks. I cash stuff every week. So 1, 200, and 20, 30. So 230. Yeah, I cash stuff every week. So I still have a few more months, a couple months until my trip to add to this envelope. Okay, next one is, I think I'm done. Yeah, because I don't need any electronics. No, that one's fine. Okay, I think that's it for this one. And then I have my clothing envelope. I wanted to put 100 in here because I do have to buy a couple of new clothing items for this trip, because I don't have like a nice jacket or things like that. Because I don't need that kind of stuff where I live. I live in San Diego, so I never need like a fall kind of clothing, because it's always pretty decent here, thankfully. It's like light sweatshirt and flip-flops kind of weather, unless it's raining, but even our rain is not that intense for the most part. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 81. So 181. But yeah, I feel like it's probably, it might rain when we're out there, so I want to get like either like a rain jacket or something, just for that kind of weather, because I'm usually not, if it does rain here, I'm not like trying to be outside out here, but when I'm on vacation, I won't have that option. So I need to have the right attire for that. Okay, so that's clothing, and then I think that's it for this one. And then I have one more. Now, this is related to another trip that I'm going on. It is an event that I attend every year, Go Wild. I'm just going to put 100 towards this one too, because whatever money I don't spend on this trip that I've currently saved for the one I'm taking in October, this will just roll over to this trip that I'm taking. It's sometime next year. I don't know when it is. They haven't announced the date. But I'm saving for this event that I'm going to So I'm just gonna put 100 to this one. So now that'll give me 233 now. And this one, let me count the money. So I have 150, 70, 90, 210, 230, 123. So 233 and Go Wild. That's the name of the event. So that's what I'll be attending next year. Okay, and I think that is it. Yeah, those were all trip related envelopes that I wanted to fill with this money. The rest of it is just gonna go into my bank. I've already bought my plane ticket, so it'll just go right into savings because I use savings money to pay for that. And then I booked some hotels, which I use my credit card to book those. So this will just go to pay that off on my credit card. And then the rest is going towards, like I said, food and shopping when I'm out there. So yeah, it's really happy to be done with this challenge. Happy that I was able to share this whole process with you. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this unstuffing and counting and then filling of some of my envelopes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to check out more. Because I do post a lot of content. I post budgeting content and planning content. I try to post almost every day. Sometimes I miss a couple here and there, but for the most part, I do post a good amount of content if you're looking for a new channel to watch. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed again watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.